Let's see if the audio is working. Always good to check just in case. Let's see if the audio is working. Yep, all good. Don't mind me, I'm really tired right now. I didn't get much sleep. Something exploded outside, so that kind of distracted me. That, and I was reading a new comic called Dog Negan, which is an interesting, extremely wild ride that I wasn't expecting to be as good as it was. You should all give it a read, even if you find it offensive. It's really good. Like, the art isn't amazing, but holy shit, is it still a good read. And an extremely wild one. So, let's see here. What am I doing here? Alright, gotta talk to, what's her face?
Well, how'd it go?
Okay, one more down, one more to go, good to go. Okay. Not alright.
Any result's a good result.
Do you have a moment?
I'm very tired.
What do you think?
I'm still kind of bothered by the fact that we have to, like, invade the church. I know the story behind the church, but at the same time, like, they're not wrong about what the church is doing.
You see? If you would.
But this is just an introduction to the camp system. Full-blown tutorial within a tutorial. It's not bad though. You just do a bit of training, talk to people, that sort of thing.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
Okay, the level up feature on Warriors Classic. Okay, in the case of this, who am I leveling up? Okay, Hubert for sure. No guard, definitely. The Axe Lady cometh.
For the fit.
Oh wow. Ferdinand out of obligation. He's the spearman, we need him. Okay, who else? Monica, sure.
Now
And Bernadetta is a fighter.
maybe this.
Okay, that works. Dorothea,
Except
level up whoever I can get away with leveling up at this point. 'Cause I
for
have-
Bridget.
Okay, Ritza, good old Death Knight.
One day.
Wow, Linhardt's
I'm
expensive.
improving.
And Caspar is the odd man.
And I'll keep getting.
Training together isn't always easy. Hope this is good for.
I imagine this.
Oh
That
wow.
felt good. Let's do it again.
This'll help me break new. Hope this is.
I see the maths in our training together. Are you?
To think I still.
Training can be the. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable. Time to work you into shape.
Okay. Can I make Bernadetta into an archer? I feel like she might be better suited as an archer. Yeah, totally. I need at least one archer. Can't do anything with this yet. And Flugel isn't even mastered, so there's no point. Okay, she's been auto-upgraded to Armored Lord. So there's basically no benefit right now to changing her out. What about Hubert? It's gonna be priest. Go for mage though. Nah, priest. Furby's going anywhere. Heart. Yeah.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Welcome. Come back soon.
I carry a little of that. Hope to see you again soon. Which battlefield are you headed to?
I'm not a fan of the fact that this map is kind of buggy. You know, 10 frames per second. Not my favorite.
The fight starts now.
I will be doing my part for victory.
Yeah, we can win this.
You must be more careful. There's nothing we can do for you once you're dead.
God, that's so satisfying every time.
When I face my comrades after this.
Okay, let me see here.
I will gladly handle this. Orders received.
Begin.
There's almost nowhere for her to be here. In which case, I should really just send her after
The
this guy.
Sky Spirit watches over me.
And as for all the
Here
guards,
I
she can
go.
go ahead and start
No mistakes. They must learn who they're.
taking these out.
The enemy stronghold will be ours.
Let us bring this stronghold down efficiently.
Yeah.
We're done for. The rest is up to you. Let us begin our...
Okay, one Marmadon going down.
It's not over.
I could do with some reinforcements. Too easy. Show me what you're capable of.
I do hope you'll make this fun.
We cannot allow the battle to continue trending this way.
Nice.
We'll give you a hand.
My accomplishments
Okay.
won't mean a thing if I'm not still standing when the battle's over.
Is this the capability of a mercenary? I have all.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
So this is defeat. I'm sorry.
Ain't crossing that.
I have finished with great success.
Oh wow, you can just mow over them. Oh, this is funny. Apparently the Armor Knight class just has automatic rush down. Looks like it doesn't last though. It's literally an attack.
I do hope you'll make this fun for me.
Here we go. the heck am I going?
Unfurl the flag.
I have this. No distractions. Pin swapping in. Use this stronghold well.
There we go.
Onward and upward.
Easily dealt with.
I must up. Yeah.
Guess the level cap's going up no matter what I do.
This'll help me break new. What a fascinating.
I'll surely. A new power is.
No, this is more like a retelling. You know how like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity sort of retcons the story of Breath of the Wild? It's kind of like that. It's basically a retcon of the story. Or maybe a rewrite would be better. I mean, it follows the same beats, but it's basically just, you could say it's like a fourth route for three houses, but as an action game. Or no, not a fourth route, a fifth route. Keep forgetting, 3 houses already has 4 routes. But it's still really good. We're currently helping Edelgard take over the world, so
The Imperial Army has
same
invaded
deal
Britain
as 3 houses.
and will reach Garreg Mach within the month. With no way to stop their advance, we must ready ourselves for a siege.
We sent the bulk of the knights away last month, after the Western Church occupied one of our sacred sites. The forces that remain are thin at best. How are we to hold the monastery with such short-handed numbers?
It is possible the Empire orchestrated that entire incident to bleed off our strength. Look at how thoroughly information about it was buried, and how quickly the Empire invaded after declaring war. It all
Three
feels
Hopes is a lot of
carefully
fun, though.
calculated.
I would not put it past them. If they bring war to our doorstep, they will want us on the worst footing possible. If the tides turn against us, we may have to abandon Garreg Mach.
Never!
Edelgard is already using the Southern Church to erode our legitimacy. And now she has the gall to try and remove us by force? There can be no mercy for tyrants.
Yep, there it
So
is.
help me, I would like to put her entire army to the sword myself.
Is it truly too late to prevent bloodshed, Lady Rhea? Edelgard must have her reasons for doing this.
If so, they elude me. The woman seems to consider our church's very existence an abomination. Yet she has gone to the trouble of reviving the Southern Church, which implies she does not mean to destroy the faith outright. Perhaps Garreg Mach is the true prize she seeks, or worse. This entire invasion could merely be a precursor to conquering all of Fodlan.
Her purpose matters not. Our charge is to defend the monastery at all costs. I took an oath. I swore I would never again suffer the boots of thieves to sully this land.
Rhea.
It is a low form of comedy we find ourselves engaged in this day. To think the descendants of their empire will be the first to invade Garrick Mach.
Well, you see, it's kind of what
All the more reason to prevent it.
Age of Calamity was.
I care
It was
not
another
if
scenario
we
where everybody
shed
lives.
blood countless generations
And you
ago.
fight Ganon
I
and
will
beat him.
not permit anyone to defile Mother's resting place.
This might lead to that. But again, it's following the same sort of story beats as Three Houses. It's just rushing through the events of Three Houses. Like, we're basically already at the halfway point of Fire Emblem Three Houses' Crimson Eagle route. Because we're already at, like, the church invasion and everything. So it's rushing to something else, from the looks of it. I'd like for there to be a happy ending where everybody's friends now, because, like, the thing about all the characters of Three Houses is each one is justified to do what they're doing in their own right. Hold on. Like, Edelgard is a victim of the crest system, which has really become a problem. And it's created a hard caste system that's caused nobles to try to do terrible, evil experiments to turn their children into children with crests. Rhea is a genocide victim. She's actually a survivor of Purge of Dragons, and her people didn't really do anything wrong, as far as I understand. But they were unfortunate enough to have unintentionally invaded Earth, or invaded this world when it was like really advanced, and created long-term enemies in the former civilization. Freya is kind of one of the last survivors of her people, and she's so scared of humanity that she's essentially tried to force peace to happen no matter what. Her solution is monstrous, don't get me wrong, she's absolutely a war criminal herself, but her reasons are completely understandable, because, you know, from her point of view, humanity is an actual legitimate threat that needs to be sort of kept in check. Because she's just trying to look out for her own. She's trying to look out for her people, and she's also trying to keep humanity at peace however she can in the process. So even though her methods are horrifying, her aims are noble. And Claude's just trying to hold his own alliance together, and he's caught up in all this. Dimitri, I don't really know what's going on with Dimitri. It's implied to be something really bad, but I never finished Blue Lions. But I know he has a grudge against Edelgard, and it's implied to be a very justified grudge. So if, hypothetically, the story of Three Hopes ended with everybody finding a happy resolution, that'd be great. Because everybody is in some way or another kind of justified for what they're doing. Edelgard wants to create change no matter what. Rhea wants to establish peace. Claude and Dimitri kind of just want to do their own thing, and they're defending themselves against Edelgard's invasion. Yeah, I like the Golden Deer. I do. They're kind of the odd man out in this group because they don't really have any ambition or goal. They're just there. You know, that's their whole thing. They kind of just want to keep to themselves, have some peace and quiet. Edelgard, she just wants to change because she realizes, like, the systems in place have essentially corrupted mankind to the point where it's, well, creating things like her. And she was also being used by the ones who slither in the dark, so...
Do you have a moment?
It's all very complicated, but the basic idea is I really hope that everybody finds a peaceful resolution in this version of the game. Because they didn't in Three Houses. You had to pick a side in Three Houses, and you had to stick with it. It didn't matter if you agreed or not. You had choices, and you had to stick to them once you made them. Oh my god. For the Black Eagle route, I thought that was funny as hell. I chose the Black Eagle route on my first playthrough of 3 Houses because I thought it was really cool, right? Then I found out there's like another second route in Black Eagle that you can do called Silver Snow, and it's just Byleth's villain arc. Byleth becomes the new Rhea. He just takes over the world. It's great. When I found that out, I was amazed. I was like, oh my god, this is so funny. Byleth just becomes Darth Vader, an entire story arc.
Would you do something for me?
So it makes sense that Byleth is kind of the main antagonist, or one of the major antagonists of the story. They don't show up for most of it, though, as far as I know. But it makes sense that they put Byleth in that position, because Byleth is like they're kind of a character who, under the right circumstances, could be construed as like a supervillain. Because of their emotionless nature, you know? They literally have a thing where they can't really express emotion very well. And that's led to them becoming kind of a huge, terrifying legend among mercenaries called the Ashen Demon. Yeah, I joined Black Eagles first because I thought it was going to be interesting. I just went full villain. I never joined Golden Deer. I'm just aware of how the plot kind of progresses. They get to the bottom of everything with like the ones who slither in the dark, and that's the route you fight Nemesis in, I believe. But
Care to make yourself useful?
okay, Ferdinand and who? Ah, Hubert. Hubert can take care of horses, right? Now, Silver Snow was my favorite because it just, we got to be full on villains. It was awesome.
Behold, as I prove
Not
once
quite in that
again to be
exact
the
order, but the
superior
implication
worker
was
in
like
this
we were
most
just
menial of tasks.
returning control to the church.
If you are that superior,
If Rhea was
perhaps I will
Palpatine, we
simply
would be
let
Darth
you do
Vader.
everything. I often hold reservations about our working together, but cannot deny it yields results.
Oh, stop muttering and just be proud of what we accomplished.
Yay!
Incidentally, Monica in this story is actually revealed to be a very different person from Kranya. Kranya was basically disguising herself as Monica. The real Monica got abducted before 3 Houses starts, and in 3 Hopes we actually rescue the real one. And defeat Kranya in the process. So Monica was innocent the entire time. It was all a ruse by the ones who slithered in the dark.
What?
And this is also why Edelgard did what they wanted. They were literally holding Monica hostage the entire time, but once she found Monica and rescues her, she turns on them before turning on the church. So yeah, Edelgard really hates the ones who slither in the dark. It's honestly kind of great how she just goes full diabolical mastermind. Once you rescue Monica and she has everything in place, she's like, oh, this opportunity is perfect. I can finally use all that stuff I've been building up to deliver the crushing political blow to my enemies. And then we can invade the castle and kill them all. Oh man, that was funny.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Okay, real hair. Yeah, I don't think anybody really knew it. I think it's just something they introduced in this game. I think it was implied in the other one, though, but like we never got anything on that. But if so, that would explain everything about why Edelgard even worked with the ones who slither in the dark in the first place. They had her friend. That was the reason.
No. Did you really? Oh, you did. This is my absolute favorite. Thank you.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have
Impressive. By the way...
Alright, time to give the leader of the world a gift.
I appreciate that.
I think the one thing I really liked about Three Houses is it had a lot of world building. It really wanted you to get into its setting. It's kind of the same here, but there's not like a whole dedicated library to that. What it does have is a slow, steady invasion of Fodland. Rescue the mage. Okay. Wow, everybody's important fit for this. Including Shez. What the hell? Cattle guard's fine.
We have a duty to fulfill.
Yuritsa. There we go. Guess I'll switch Shez with somebody else like Linhard, maybe. Caspar.
Put me
That'll
in
do.
there and watch our enemies fly. Right, let's do this.
conduct a rescue? Quickly, we can ill afford any losses.
Do not be intimidated.
We're in bad shape over here.
Okay, hold on. What do we got here? Caspar's not really a good fit for this one, but maybe Yuritsa is?
Starting the mission. Is that
here.
an order?
What about this one? This is an armored knight. Captain is a swordman. Ferdinand will have to do it.
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of leave this to me.
Better yet, Ferdinand be better fit for this.
There's not a question of can. Only a matter of will.
I still need to rescue other people. Okay, this captain is a brawler, so he's not a good fit for this, I think.
Leave
So I
this
better
to me.
go ahead and go over there. And
Here I
rescue.
go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
There we go. Let me take out whoever I can as Caspar real quick.
Commencing attack. Follow me.
I'm bringing it down.
capture this stronghold.
That wasn't so bad.
You know, I don't think I've ever actually tried to recruit everyone.
Let us begin.
That should suffice.
So, sure, let's try it.
Okay. Reach is over here, so he can go after those.
I am your man.
Bear witness.
We've seized it.
Finally, we can play as the Death Knight. This is awesome. Okay, looks like I have a problem. Go after that key guy quickly.
There is not a question of can, only a matter of will. My will is theirs.
Where are the others at?
So, what should I be doing again? I'll back you up. Hang on.
Here I go. No mistakes.
Damn. It's not the right pin.
There is not a question of can, only a matter of will. My will is theirs.
Here I go. No mistakes. I'll provide some protection.
While they're doing that,
You'll have to take things from here.
hold on.
Fight like this. I'm bleeding all over the place.
Tedious. Tedious.
Knowing when to retreat is a fighting strategy.
Hell yeah! This game's awesome.
Easy.
Play as you reach is the best game ever. Okay, I'm just cleaning house right now.
Retreat!
I'll not falter.
All right.
Rescue complete. Returning now.
Yeah, I remember you had to have like all your stats maxed out essentially to do that though. I never bothered doing that thing. to like recruit everyone. So kudos, you actually managed to do it. It's awesome.
I'll use.
Okay, I'm gonna try to level everyone up when I get back. I wonder if you get to play as Yuritsa while he's the Death Knight. That'd be even better.
Can't let this power go unused.
This is part of me now.
This power will serve me.
I mean, the only ones who you couldn't avoid killing were like the leaders of each alliance, which was kind of the big problem in this game. There was no way to peacefully resolve it, but I mean, that was the point. Three Houses was like a storyline that Fire Emblem writers have been wanting to do for a while, where every side seemed justified, or you could kind of relate to them. Out of all the characters, I think Rhea and Edelgard are like the only ones I'd seriously consider villains. And even then, I totally get why they're villains. So I feel like Three Houses definitely succeeded with its aim. It's just, I really wish it had out, you know? I wish it gave you a way out. Because that's just how impactful the story kind of was to me.
Might I borrow you? Well, well. Don't let me down.
Okay, facility expansion. I'm really not a fan of the frame rate of these explorable areas, though. I mean, the game's frame rate isn't great overall, but that's because the Switch isn't really a good console.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities. Let me know if I may be of further service.
Okay, I better level everyone up. I should have enough gold to do that. In theory.
Time to work you into shape.
Okay. Caspar first, as he needs the most. And everyone else.
For the
Oh, she has really good stat growth, actually.
My potential.
Great thing. Battle does have its benefits.
Honestly, that's the thing. Fate's cheated, kind of. It took the idea that they were rolling with, but it gave you an out, basically. Three Houses didn't do that. Like, you could recruit everybody from each house, except for, like, Edelgard, Rhea, Claude, and Dimitri, because they were the leaders, they were the instigators, essentially. As far as I understand, there was no peaceful resolution. You picked a side and you stuck with it, you fought. And that was kind of the entire point. Their paths weren't really reconcilable, especially Rhea's and Edelgard's, because Edelgard didn't want Rhea ruling the world. Rhea wanted to protect her own, and that meant keeping humanity in line, because she was scared of what they do.
For Brid.
Like, the point of that story was essentially to give you a story where everybody felt right. They felt correct. Everybody had a point for fighting, a reason for fighting that felt valid. Their fights probably could have been talked out, but that wasn't what the goal was.
Strength.
So in that regard, I feel like they succeeded at their goal of just making a story where you felt everybody was justified. There wasn't some dastardly, ah-ha-ha, mustache-twirling villain. Even the ones who slither in the dark, they kind of fall by the wayside. It really was just a group of characters you actually liked, but were forced to watch fighting. As for Fire Emblem Fates, I really hate that one. It had the right idea at first, but then it half-assed its way through it, and then it came up with an honest-to-God DLC game, not an expansion. The third route was a full-blown DLC game that you had to buy on the eShop. You can't do that anymore. You know why? Because you can't buy anything on the 3DS eShop anymore. So that third route is actually sealed away forever. Fates was very poorly written too. I didn't like it. I mean, I liked its music. I liked Conquest's gameplay. Conquest had decent gameplay. The writing wasn't good. It just flat out was bad.
Can't wait to see how you do.
I did like the game though. Like I liked it enough that I could tolerate some of the stuff it was doing. But when I look back on it, I'm really like, man, this was bad. I'm glad Three Houses is slightly better. But I think the worst part, the Invisible Kingdom arc, was just like, it was kind of a slap in the face of that goal of making a game where everybody was justified and you wanted to save them, but couldn't. Because it was like, okay, here's a secret third route that's DLC on top of everything else. And also the story is just worse than the other two games.
Right on.
Alright, well, I guess it's time to get back to doing this then.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
I have no idea what they're going to do with this one, but I really hope, like, I hope they gave it the Age of Calamity treatment, where, like, there's actually, like, a route where everyone lives happily ever after. Because while I appreciate what Three Houses did, I'm also, like, torn by it.
Yes.
Could use the help.
Okay, that should be enough for that, so it's time to move on to the next story. Violet and Geralt's mercenaries never joined the church. Essentially, Shez is in Violet's place in the story, and Violet is kind of a wild card. How it opens up is Shez is a mercenary, and she's fighting another group of mercenaries on the job. Violet's team is essentially supposed to sabotage their efforts and prevent them from defending their position. So what happens is it starts off simple enough. They go in, Geralt's team is there, you start beating them up, and they all go down like a sack of potatoes, right? The moment Violet shows up, suddenly it turns into a horror movie. And like your captain's literally being killed in the distance, and you're trying to reach their position. And every 2 steps, somebody important on your team is dead. Like literally, like you see them just crying out in pain and shit like that. And it's like, oh my god, this is cool. You fight Violet and it's a one-sided fight. Like Violet kicks your ass. It wasn't even a fight. It was like if you were a blind person fighting a T-Rex. So the main motivation for Shez, the character, is they want to get a rematch with Violet, because Violet killed her entire mercenary team. Single-handedly. Anyway, that hasn't happened yet, though. In fact, the main focus right now is just the Three Houses story arc, minus Byleth. I imagine Byleth's going to show up as a mercenary. And that'll be the end goal. Okay. We'll check here. Spear guys. And what are these? Monk. 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 I think I need Chez for this. Yeah.
I'll show you what a mercenary can do.
And while we're at it, somebody who's good against monks would be nice, but I don't think that's a fit here.
For Lady
Guess Monica.
Edelgard.
Yeah, Byleth really bodied Chez. Like, she kicked Chez's ass. So Chez is out to get Byleth, and Byleth is portrayed more or less as they were implied to be in the background of Three Houses. Because in Three Houses, Byleth already had a reputation as like this terrifying, overpowered mercenary called the Ashen Demon. That's something you like hear about in passing in a few conversations, and Byleth's actually surprised to hear it herself because she's like, "Wait, I was that scary to them?" I think there's like a couple support conversations where like what's his name? The professor, the Crest guy. He's talking about how she was like the most hardcore mercenary he's ever heard about. And like there are literal legends on the battlefield of her exploits, and she's like, "Oh, it's probably not that big of a deal." This is if they just took that one tiny bit of detail about Byleth and turned that into the main plot point. So instead of being with the church, it's as if Byleth was never in Three Houses. She's just in the background doing her thing as a mercenary. But whether Byleth is good or evil is largely irrelevant. It's more of a personal thing between Chez and Byleth. Like, she really wants to kick Byleth's ass. That's pretty much the motivation. Better bring Caspar up there, so. Okay, Monica needs to go after the monks. Specifically... Where are the targets at? Okay, Chez already has those. Maybe just send Monica after Postman.
Orders received.
And I'll just main Caspar for a bit.
I'm dragging the others down.
We cannot allow the battle to continue trending this way.
We've got an emergency! Send backup!
I feel like even with Chez's power-up, because she gets it in the middle of the fight with Byleth, it didn't matter. Byleth is still technically the main character of Three Houses, even if she's not taking part in the story of Three Houses in this particular game. And Violet is already insanely powerful to begin with. They were not a pushover, Three Houses. Oh wow, I'm doing no damage to me. Okay, better drop this into that. This looks bad. Holy shit, that was... Alright, there we go.
You shall pay for this, you hear?
We won't let this opportunity go to waste.
Knowing when to retreat is a vital strategy.
I'll use this strength to...
You shall pay for this, you hear?
Ooh, nice.
We're done for. The rest is up to you.
Perfect execution, wouldn't you say?
All would be lost if I were to die here.
Okay, I better check on the others. What are they doing?
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're... Not a problem. I've got this.
Okay, what's Monica doing? Monica is
I will
doing
gladly
nothing.
handle this.
Monica can get help with this.
Ordered.
We shall provide support.
No need to fret.
I'm bringing it down. You have my support. How does that work?
Okay. What else can Amelgard do here?
Here I go. No mistakes.
She's an armored lord, so this isn't gonna
Not
work.
a problem. I've got this. Here
There
I
we go.
go. No mistakes. They must
Target
learn
for
who
her,
they're up
and
against.
target for Shays. What's Monica doing?
Please you. I have
You know what
This
they
guy just
say
will not go
about
down.
playing with fire.
We did it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We have a problem.
Stay out of my way.
I didn't get anyone with bows.
Let us approach this methodically.
You like that?
I'll carve out a future for myself. Just watch.
You're gonna leave me in the dust if I'm not careful.
Clearly, we need to stay vigilant. It is pointless to resist.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shit.
Do not take out of me.
Wait, you found out there was a secret route to this game? This one specifically, or 3 houses?
Tastes more bitter than blackest coffee. What's next?
Okay, I need to...
Thanks! No point in capturing the stronghold if we don't put it to good use.
Okay, what can I get Eldgar to do?
Not a problem.
There we go. Shiz can
I've
take out
got
the
this.
captain.
Here I go.
Edel
No
can take
mistakes.
out the
They
advisor.
must learn who they're up against. It tastes more bitter than blackest coffee. Success was to be expected.
Damn.
Lament your weakness.
Okay.
Victories stem from love.
Okay, well don't tell me about it yet. I'll find it out later. Oh man, I got my butt kicked.
Well, would...
Yeah.
I'll use the...
Alright, Caspar kicking all sorts of ass.
Can't let this power...
What a fat.
Now, what to turn Caspar into? The Battle of Garreg Mach already? Wow.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Did I not complete all side missions? Time to go back. Really wish YouTubers wouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't be one to talk, but at the same time, man, it'd be nice if they didn't spoil things like that. Still, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. Alright, it's now time to level up some more. And maybe expand a facility later, but I'm more preoccupied with keeping all the characters topped off.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
It's actually getting kind of expensive to do that, though.
For the
Yeah, this is getting way too expensive.
My potential.
I better go ahead and just level up Bernadetta.
Maybe this...
Nope, no good. Out of
Can't
money.
wait to see how you do.
I figured it would eventually come to that, but man.
Allow me to assist with any matters regarding the facilities.
What do we have here? Okay, nothing I can use.
Let me know if I may be of further service.
Well, how'd it go? Any result's a good result.
Better go ahead and see if I can't give Caspar like a level boost or something. Or a class boost, rather. I think he's mastered fighter, so.
Time to work you into shape.
There it is. Okay. We have some options. We can go with Brigand. Or Armored Knight. Archer. Brawler. That's what I'm after. It would be, but it's really not that. Yeah, Brawler works. It really is.
Can't wait to try
Honestly,
this
it's
out.
kind of depressing to think about. You always gotta have Punchy Caspar. He's the best. Who else can be reclassed? Edelgard's just staying on the board, but Hubert can go and be a mage. He'll be more useful like that.
All is done.
And Ferdinand cannot take an advanced class yet. Can be changed to Cavalier, which is very useful.
Gaze upon my splendid fight.
What about Yuritsa? Yuritsa's already a Cavalier. The Death Knight's already a Cavalier by default. Of course he is. Oh man. Now they actually added some DLC into Three Houses where you could actually like recruit Yuritsa of all people. Because Three Houses, he was like a major antagonist. He was like, he was the Death Knight, you know? And every time he'd show up, without exception, every one of my units would get their shit kicked in. It was great. Punchy Bernadetta. Oh shit, that I gotta see. One punch burn. Sorry, don't mind me eating pizza. Hey man, Marla's a mage right now. Oh, she's a healer. I'm going to turn her to a mage.
My style may change, but my mission does not.
Yep, it took about an hour and a half, but they finally delivered it. And wonder of wonders, I got another free pizza coupon out of it. Because they do that every time it's late. They, they'll actually give you a free pizza coupon.
A new challenge that will be overcome.
And I've been getting a lot of free pizzas lately. Not free, very discounted. It's free if you have absolutely zero toppings on it. It's more like it's $5 off for a normal pizza.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable. Time to work you into shape.
Caspar and Linhart.
So I'm facing you, Linhart? Good. I could use some practice against someone taller than me.
Oh, have it your way. But just for a little while.
I think we both enjoyed that.
Caspar's literally taking notes. Alright, well.
There must be more to this.
Training can be the difference between victory. With proper training, you'll be unstoppable. Hunger is the true enemy.
Solid.
I'm glad it is not just you and me alone, Your Majesty. Or else I would be reduced to a blubbering idiot.
Well, I'm certainly glad we avoided that. Although, does that mean you're a blubbering idiot all the other times we're alone?
Ouch. Chop. Just chop. That was ruthless. I know they're friends. My god, that was...
Come back whenever you're hungry. Hunger is the true enemy.
Okay. What do we have? Bernie and Mamola.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, this is the best! Let's eat!
Oh, but this is just to die for. It's my favorite, really.
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Alright. We've used up all of our points, so now it's time to go back into the battlefield.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Well, I mean, she is the Empress. She's supposed to be a tyrant. That's the joke. She's lived her entire life, literally from birth, to be the Empress of Poland, or the Empress of the Empire. So of course she wouldn't have good social skills. That's what makes it funny. Okay. Well, here we go. Time to burn down Garrigmach. Kill the church! Burn them all at the stake.
Feels like an eternity since I've seen the walls of Garrigmach.
Who knew we'd leave as students and return at the head of the Imperial Army?
Lady Rhea must be so angry at us. Oh, why did I agree to come along?
We'll be lucky if angry is as far as her feelings go on the subject. I imagine she's apoplectic.
I don't know that word, but it has way too many syllables not to be scary.
The Knights of Seros will likely fight tooth and nail to stop us.
Well, we've got teeth and we've got nails, so I don't care who we're facing. I'll brush them all aside.
Worry not. While they may have a monastery to hole up in, we possess the superior numbers. Garrigmach is well fortified, but not impregnable.
We can't assume victory based on numbers alone. Anything could happen. So let's just be careful.
Good. And remember, our goal is to seize the monastery, not raise it to the ground.
Which is like the opposite of how it actually went down.
The soldiers are ready, Your Majesty. We can begin the attack at once.
Like, I'm 90% sure Edelgard literally razed it to the ground in 3 houses.
We know with certainty we are owing this to Monica and her perfect memory. She has incredible knowledge of this place.
As usual, Monica, your talents are invaluable.
I really didn't do much, Your Majesty. That is, it was truly an honor to assist you. Not to say I've finished helping you, of course. In fact, I am always...
Don't ever change, Monica. And finally, who do we have here?
This is my little sister Fleisch. I was given approval to make her my attendant.
Fleisch von Bergley's at your service, Your Majesty. My brother and I are, in your hands.
Ah, so you're Caspar's famous aunt who's actually younger than he is.
Yes, Your Majesty. The very same.
Fleisch is too green for battle, but she'll be providing support from behind the front lines.
You can rely on me.
I
felt like there was a bar being thrown there.
Situation worse, but
how's Caspar's aunt younger than him?
If you act to the best of your abilities, all will be well.
I feel like there's something illegal going on with that.
The time to take Garrigmach and reclaim Bodland.
Jumping straight into the maw of our enemies, eh? Ooh, how exciting! Is this where I should talk about my heart racing?
Huh? Since when do we talk about your feelings?
There's actually a hidden one here. But what is it? Persuade happy. Persuade Constance. Okay, that'll have to do. Let's check to see who we have deployed. Probably everyone. Yeah, nearly everyone. Where's Yuritsa and all this? Okay, he's not here. I can at least trade this out with Yuritsa. In theory.
So be it.
Edelgard needs to be playable. Monica can be support. And hell with it, I'll give it a shot.
Do not throw away your lives, friends. Be not reckless as you attend to our defense.
A defensive position within the monastery walls. This is merely stone territory. We must dispatch them at once.
Then the brute force approach it is. Garrigmach must fall. We'll start on the lower level and work our way up, taking control of the walls. Split into groups and take those strongholds.
The enemy is desperate, and will most likely dispatch troops.
Okay, so let's see what we got here. I don't even know if I can go this way. Okay, definitely can't. There's someone over here, though. Constance is a mage, so...
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
To recapture any strongholds we seize. Be on your guards for this tactic.
To think I would be serving the church and fighting my own homeland? Is this the goddess testing me?
Constance, why are you of all people cooperating with the church?
All I can say is I was unlucky enough to be nearby when the church had need of fighters. I beg your forgiveness, your majesty.
I'll take this place down before you have time to... So... Sure, let's try it. Wrap your armor on. So... Let's do this! I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
So ends my brief and meaningless existence.
Okay, we're friends now.
Is this what you want? To die here in shame? This doesn't have to be your end, Constance. Join us.
Okay, that's happy.
Why'd they drag me into this? Not fair.
Fight with the Empire.
As you wish, your majesty. I do not deserve to throw my feeble existence away in such a manner.
Alright. I'm down.
If you don't want to fight, then surrender. I swear no harm will come to you.
That's very nice of you, but they gave me a home here. So I should probably put up at least some kind of fight.
Bear witness.
Fight with all I'm afraid of you!
Okay, I'm losing. That's really bad.
I sense a darkness in your power. If you harbor ill will towards them, then help us best them.
I know which them you're talking about. Well, it's not like I want revenge or anything, but sure. Sign me up.
The right flank has broken the enemy line.
The left is through as well, Your Majesty. Excellent job, both of you. But there is still much work to be done.
Okay, what do we got here?
Not a problem.
Okay, Shaz can go after
I've got
Stronghold Captain.
It's Bernie's time to shine!
Bernadetta be used against? Nothing here.
Starting the mission. Is that an
Reeds needs to go
order?
up here, through the central area. What about Caspar? Where's he at? What's he doing up here? Okay.
Begin. I will help.
Right then. Let us go to... You appear to need assistance.
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against.
So, what should I be doing again?
Really just need to keep counts for a target. Okay, what's next? It's almost done with that one.
It's Bernie. You need some backup. I will not sit idly by and allow Garrick Mach to be placed in further danger.
Okay. Oh, you mean the Ash and Wolf DLC? That's more like a 5th ride, actually. Now that I think about it.
The enemy is after the strongholds we captured. They'll be retaken if we don't defend them quickly.
Some parts of the monastery walls appear weak. An armored unit could likely smash through and provide another way in. I've prepared a means to bolster our defenses, albeit temporarily. You need only give the command when the time is right.
This stronghold will fall! Now, bolster the strongholds!
Yeah, Constance and Happy are both from the Ash and Wolf DLC. So they're like a secret 4th house. But that whole story is more like a paralogue that happens in between the events of the game. Okay, I ain't going this way. I sure as heck ain't going that way. Looks like... damn it. I need a mage. I don't have any mages. Shit. Where I do have mages. I have Hubert.
Right then, let us go to work.
We need to intercept those reinforcements.
Those are the Knights of Saros. We were never gonna stop them that easily.
Time to show how strong you've become.
Oh wow, okay, hold on.
Watch this! Take a breather.
All right.
Right then, let us go to work.
Okay, wait, where's Yuritsa at? taking forever. Okay, Ritz is up here. And Petra is dealing with all sorts of trouble. I think here.
Held my own time. I'm sick of it.
It is time.
This is our chance!
Join me.
Leave it to me.
Fresh soldiers incoming. Don't worry, we'll handle them.
Ambush from above. They are having the advantage, but we can turn it around.
God, he's such a beast. Okay. Who has what advantage now?
Not a problem. I've got this.
Here I go. No mistakes.
It's Bernie's time to shine!
Bernie even go up there?
Sure hope this goes okay.
Begin. The Sky Spirit watches over me.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
Okay, that'll have to do.
Remorseless.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on.
Tedious.
Oh, it's Cyril.
I have to defend the monastery, whatever it takes.
The enemy shows no sign of stopping. And if we don't keep an eye on our strongholds, we'll be sure to lose them.
Keep going. We're making progress.
Okay. Where's Bernie at? Is she almost done with us?
Here I go. No mistakes. They must learn who they're up against. Not a problem. I've got this.
Right then. Let us go to work. I will see my duty done.
The enemy has retaken a stronghold. We must keep a closer eye on such things.
Flame. Okay, that explains it.
So, what should I be doing again? Sure, let's try it.
I'll take over. Take a breather.
This'll be amazing.
You better pick a fight with Flame.
I care not for your reasoning. There can be no excuse for war.
I'll take this place down before you have time to strap your armor on. I never lose. So long. Out of my way.
Real men beat up a defenseless child. Ah!
Forgive me, Your Majesty. I must withdraw.
Wait, who's withdrawing? Uh-oh.
Advancing. Starting the mission.
And they're still not done with that one? Okay, who's withdrawing though? Doesn't matter.
Take care of yourself, Ladislava. We'll make up the difference.
Retreat while you still can, Flame! I beg you!
Very well. Stay safe, my brother. I thought that scary magic would never let up.
Okay, Bernadetta still has not defeated.
It's Bernie's time to shine. Sure hope this goes okay.
My turn. About time.
It is time.
I have to do better!
Does that mean he's given up?
Well, he said do better, not do less. Okay, I gotta go this way.
It is not a problem. We have preparedness for these things.
We'll soon control the walls.
We are losing ground. Dig in, all of you! We must hold out, no matter what!
All right, we have the ground surrounded. Now we just need to fight our way up to the monastery proper.
We can retreat no further! You Empire soldiers will rue the day you took up arms against Garrick Mach. I will not ask you your reasons. Not anymore. But I will see your evil punished!
Man, maybe this whole thing could be fixed if they just talked it out. Okay, where's that chest at? Down there. Okay, but I can get it. Come on, treasure, where are you at? Huh? Now where? What the hell? Oh, there it is. Okay, where's Bernadette at?
It's Bertie's time to shine! Sure hope this goes okay.
Is that an order?
Okay, wrong match. He's a bad match for this one, actually.
Watch this. Take a breather.
Just casually leveling up in the middle, beating that guy's ass.
I can fight no longer. The rest is up to you.
Worry not, Satan. Nor you, Flame. You both did well to hold them back this long. Now come forth, all of you. Protect Garrick Mach from those despicable rebels.
So Lady Rhea has decided to show herself at last. Stout hearts, everyone. Victory can only be ours if we strike her down.
It's not over. I'll fight for Lady Rhea until the end.
Ready the heavy weaponry. We can no longer afford the luxury of worrying about collateral damage to the town.
Wow. No ambiguity, just kill them all! Kill them all!
We'll be in serious trouble if they target Her Majesty. We have to take control of those weapons right now.
I have to protect her. I'm sorry, Lady Rhea. I can't fight anymore.
Your efforts will not be in vain, Cyril.
Okay, there she is.
I will send these sinners to meet the goddess.
It's the funniest thing ever that, like, the Pope of all people is throwing hands now. what do we got?
I've got this.
Everybody, beat the Pope up!
That's what you get for trying to target Her Majesty like a pack of cowards!
So you have sullied yourself by joining the rebels. In that case, I hope you came prepared to breathe your last. Explain yourself. Why do you betray the teachings of the goddess and seek to shatter Bodlin's fragile peace?
Seeing as I have no idea what you speak of, this is going to be a short discussion. Now either stand aside or face me.
What do you stand to gain for involving yourself in this?
It's not a mystery. I'm a merc, and she's got the coin to pay me.
Permit you to desecrate Garreg Mach for 1 minute further. Too easy.
Well done.
This protecting is precious to me, and I will not permit you to have it.
Oh wow, the Pope's got hands. He's actually kind of strong.
Any final words? I feel no mercy.
I yield you the monastery for now, Edelgard. But know this, there will be no forgiveness for your blasphemous actions this day.
No, I don't expect there will be.
Finally, the power of
Take
lesbians
heart,
wins.
Garreg Mach has fallen, and victory is ours.
Forbidden love is the victor! Okay.
Lady Rhea, are you hurt?
Ah, Catherine, you came.
Not soon enough. Garreg Mach is done for.
It is all right. For now, we must retreat. This path is unknown to the Empire. It will take us out to Aelel, the Valley of Torment. From there, we make for Fargus to seek aid.
The Empire attacked from the east, which means at least some of the Alliance's lords must have aligned with them. But those of the Kingdom are devout. We can trust them. I have already sent a messenger ahead requesting reinforcements, and should the need arise, asylum.
In that case, I'll talk to my parents and ask for their assistance as well. Regardless, we should hurry. We can't let the Empire get ahead of us and send troops onto Kingdom soil. Now, follow me, if you would.
Thank you, Catherine. Let Edelgard have Garreg Mach for now. Let her enjoy this fleeting moment of glee. Because when we return here, Edelgard von Hresvelg will suffer a death beyond her greatest imagining.
I can fix her. Completion time now. Oh well.
I can't have...
Well, would...
I won't let my... Yeah.
This is part of me now.
Alright, Constance and Happy are both playable now.
Garrick Mach, you remain ever as resplendent as the day I left you.
The place cannot be so dear to your heart that it requires inferior poetry for an introduction.
Inferior? I will have you know that line comes from one of my favorite operas. However, I concede I may have gotten carried away, what with my head still swimming from battle.
Hey, I know exactly what you mean. Something about Garrick Mach is just special. And our
Which
victory
begs the
here is going to
question,
have a
why
huge
do we
impact
have
on
to
the
take it
war, right?
over?
Yes, this should be enough to lure some of the more indecisive nobles into our camp. I only wish I could vanquish the guilt I feel for turning on the church like this. Still, it was my decision to fight by 80's side, and I stand by it to the end.
I see. In that case, proceed as planned. Deploy the pursuit units immediately.
At once, Your Majesty.
So, Rhea and the others escaped with the help of a great white beast, did they?
Almost as if the Immaculate One that saved St. Seros has returned from the mists of legend. Although, it's a bit unnerving the way it sprung out of nowhere.
I knew we shouldn't have messed with Lady Rhea. She can be so scary. I'm just going to go back to my room and stay there until forever, okay?
Do as you like, Bernadetta. But realize your father will be arriving in Garrick Mach soon. This is the seat of the Church of Seros, and as bishop, his place is here.
Real? In that case, I think I'll just forget about them.
Good. Just be aware we may be marching for the kingdom next.
The kingdom? I possess no love for the cold, but I will try to grin as I am bearing it. Point at the path to your foes, and I will be hunting them to their final breath.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Petra. Whether we capture or kill will depend on the foe. Now then, enough wasting time. We need to find Rhea, and we need her alive.
Two years ago, I never would have imagined we'd be fighting a war like this.
You say fighting, but I think you mean instigating. Let's be fully clear about our role in all of this. Still, this is a positive turn of events for you, yes?
Are we the bad guys?
How do you mean?
When a war breaks out, every mercenary in the land starts crawling out of the woodwork. And those associates you happen to be working with should be tough enough to take on you know who.
They're not just associates. They didn't have to trust a down-and-out mercenary like me, but they did anyway. And that makes them friends. Still, you're probably right. This'll be a great chance to drive Geralt's mercenaries out into the open.
And then you can give them their just desserts or die trying.
It's kind of funny how, like,
Done without that last part. Thanks.
Marvel's framing it like it's entirely justified
You know I'm
that
on
they're
your
about to
side.
fight
Our
Byleth.
destinies are forever intertwined.
But Byleth was just doing a job. Same that Shez was. So what's the point of revenge?
Listen up, boy. You're not going to believe this.
Judith, do you think you could ease up on the whole boy thing? I'm your fearless leader now, remember? But sure, tell me what happened.
You might want to take a seat for this. Garrick Mach Monastery has fallen. Not even the great knights of Seros could stop the invaders' overwhelming numbers.
Wait, what? That's not possible. They should still be days away from the monastery. How did they manage to deliver an army of that size to the gates of Garrick Mach so quickly? This can't be happening. Did Count Gloucester turn? And Acheron too?
I'm afraid both houses fly Imperial colors now. House Phlegethon yielded the north side of the Great Bridge of Myrden, and Gloucester waved them right on through.
Those filthy liars. When I warned them the Empire was raising an army, they couldn't stop puffing their chests and crowing about how they'd hold the border. But it looks like the Empire had already gotten to them. This is all my fault for not keeping my ear to the ground.
I'm afraid that wouldn't have helped, fearless leader. All the dirty dealings were handled via letter.
But now I've lost the initiative. And against Edelgard, no less. She can come at the Alliance with gloves off now. This is a real problem.
Sir, we have an unexpected guest. It's, Lord Holst of House Goneril.
Holst? What's the strongest man in Leicester doing at my door? Besides thinking about battering it down, I mean.
You can ask him yourself, sir. He is present.
Apologies for dropping by without warning, my lord. I just happened to be near Deirdre when word reached me about Garrick Mach.
I didn't realize you were in our neck of the woods, Holst, but please, come make yourself at home. As fate would have it, I was just pulling my hair out over the exact same problem. Can you believe that Count Gloucester? He turned on us like it was nothing. If I don't handle this situation with the Empire delicately, it will fracture the Alliance. If you have any sage advice, now would be a great time for it. Or muscle. I'll take muscle if that's what I can get.
I came here to help however I can. We must work together to keep Leicester safe, and more importantly, free.
Garrick Mach has fallen to the Empire, Your Majesty.
I did not expect it would last long. Is Lady Rhea safe?
Yes. She escaped, and is on her way here with a small force.
I see.
This won't be like granting asylum to your standard refugee. If we take the Archbishop in, it will be tantamount to declaring war on the very Empire. Is that a risk you're willing to accept, Your Majesty?
It is. We have already thoroughly discussed the matter with the Kingdom's lords. Even if I refrain from deciding publicly one way or the other, the Empire will still insist that we hand Lady Rhea over. The Kingdom's people and government are too frail to stand without the Holy Church's support. I agree with her ultimate goal, but such a situation calls for gradual reform over time. The Emperor's desire to tear it up rapidly will not do.
Then it is a good thing we've prepared for such contingencies. I will start by sending a party to ALL to welcome our new guests.
Thank you. I would go myself if I could, but I'm needed here to prepare for the war. For now, send messengers to Counts Galatea and Karen, imploring them to muster troops for our defense.
Man.
Oh, and send for House Fraldarius as well. Let's make sure our new Duke earns his title.
Grave news, Your Majesty.
What is it now?
Count Rowe has declared fealty to the Empire and is marshalling his troops as we speak. Also, one of his bannermen, Lord Lenato, is moving to hunt down and slay the Archbishop.
We have long held our suspicions about House Rowe, but I never expected their actions to plunge us into war.
And after all the discussions we've had to prevent exactly this, he must believe his reason is just.
Very well, then. Our plans have changed. I will go and meet with Lady Rhea personally, and House Fraldarius will serve as my guard. Inform Galatea and Karen. They are to gather their troops in Erebus and Geraint lands.
Lord Lenato was once a faithful servant to the crown. Will you now see him executed?
I have no mercy for traitors, no matter their pasts. On the contrary, I have an obligation to protect the kingdom from his kind. We've struggled long to attain this peace. I will not permit the Empire to crush it beneath their foot now.
You haven't really gotten that far on Blue Lion's route. Like, I think I just got to the time skip, but I haven't gone any further. So I'm not sure what happens to him. It's the one route I never actually did.
Blaze.
Oh, two routes, really.
Skirmish in the fog.
I should finish 3 houses.
The Empire captures Garrick Mach, and when the lords of Fargus and Leicester declare their allegiances to the Central Church,
From where he has an eye patch in 3 houses.
Edelgard's ire. She sends one army to the Alliance under the command of her war minister.
See, the interesting thing is, like I said before, Edelgard is justified in what she's doing. Even Dimitri agrees it needs to be done somehow.
Lady Edelgard,
But the thing is,
we have received an urgent message from Count Rowe.
gradual reform doesn't account for all the victims like Edelgard,
What is he thinking?
of nobles trying to create artificial
He was
crests and stuff.
supposed to join his troops with ours so we could use our combined strength to strong-arm more of their neighbors into declaring fealty for us. What use is a plan if the man won't follow it?
It also seems that Lord Lenato, one of Rowe's castled bannermen, has gone so far as to mount a one-man crusade against the Archbishop. He has long held deep enmity for Lady Rhea, and likely leapt into action at news of Garreg Mach's fall. I should have suspected he would lack self-control when it came to his vengeance. Naturally, the kingdom mobilized troops in response, and now move to strike Lenato down as we speak.
So where does this put us? Can we get reinforcements to him in time?
You want to save the man, Your Majesty? If I may, we would march all that way for what, exactly?
Imagine the consequences of leaving him to die. We need our vassals to believe the Empire will always come to their aid. Always.
Of course, Your Majesty. I will make the arrangements straight away. The region northeast of Castle Gaspar is shrouded in deep fog this time of year. That likely accounts for why they are currently only engaging in minor skirmishes, which means we still have time to intervene.
Good. Now make our plans known to the others. I'm counting on you, Hubert.
At once, Your Majesty.
All of this makes me even more concerned about the situation in Leicester. Nothing has impeded Minister Burgleys' march east, has it?
It has not. In fact, Count Gloucester has given him leave to garrison our troops there. I hear he has begun turning the screws on House Ordelia, and any other lords who have yet to make their allegiances clear. On the other hand, the Alliance's more powerful houses have united in their condemnation of Count Gloucester's actions. The Minister may soon face a battle with Houses Regan and Goneril, if not others.
I can't picture a battle the Minister wouldn't win most handily. Still, the Alliance's new leader, Claude, is an unknown quantity. We can't risk underestimating.
Quite right. One can never be too cautious.
Okay.
Do you have a moment? Hello. Ahem. On another matter. On another matter. You know, I don't believe I ever asked your feelings about this war. On the surface, it must seem as though we took Fodlan's fragile piece in our hand and shattered it into 1,000 pieces.
She did.
What? Is it deep conversation time now? Where'd that come from?
It's merely that we've never discussed the matter, and you are in a fairly unique position amidst this all. I thought you might be able to provide some perspective on how an outsider views the actions Adrestia has taken.
Honestly, I think the whole thing's one big, ugly mess. I mean, look at how many innocent lives it's costing us. Still, I know this wasn't just some spur-of-the-moment decision. You gave it a lot of thought, and this was the best path you could find forward. So who really cares what little old me has to say?
I suppose that's one way of looking at it.
Ooh, scathing.
It's like you said, I'm in a unique position here.
Meaning you would have answered differently were you not a mercenary.
Yeah. If I was a farmer, for example, I'd be hounding you day and night to end the war. Sure, you say you're gonna bring this bright and beautiful future, but am I really gonna suffer for years, maybe even decades, waiting for it? The stuff you're doing now, enlisting my farm hands, trampling my fields, destroying my crops, just doesn't make it worth the wait. But you know the toll it's taking on your people, yet you choose to press on with the war anyway. So you've got to have a good reason, right?
Yes, of course. You certainly don't mince words.
Hey, it needs to be said.
Is it the years of mercenary work that made you this way, or have you always been like this?
Yeah, I think it just kind of comes with the territory. I've been at this a long time, and lost more than my fair share of friends over the years. Not to mention all the horrible things I've done just for a fistful of gold.
Is that so? I would be interested to hear more.
Trust me, it's not as interesting as it sounds.
Who says it has to be? Interesting or not, I'll have you tell me one of these days.
If you say so. Just promise not to freak out when you realize how boring I am, okay?
Do
Marvel's
I seem
already
like
had
the
to
type
cope
of
with this.
person to freak out about such a thing? Perhaps don't answer that.
Alright, just gotta check out the new facilities. We have the record keeper.
Which battle do you wish to reflect on? I'll continue gathering records of your battles.
That's essentially like a replay function.
Hey there. Need something? See you around.
Okay.
Hey there. Need something? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? See you around.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
Well, well. Hello, you. We have some truly capable people. Come back soon, all right?
Okay, that it's time to get back to it, I suppose. Oh, right.
Well, how'd it go? Eh?
Any result's a good result.
Which battlefield are you headed to?
Oof. It's over here. So anybody using axes is going to be in trouble with this one.
There's no stopping me.
Kneel before Her Majesty.
Let's earn our keep. Stay safe. A life is the only thing we can't replace.
I never let an audience down.
You got my back?
How very nice.
Prepare to be amazed.
Don't mind if I do.
The spotlight is mine.
Lend me your strength!
Need a hand?
This way, dear.
We're not losing to anyone!
I'll be taking this. Thanks.
We'll be in a good position if we can capture this stronghold.
Now, shall we begin our attack? share of battles, dear.
You gotta keep up with you.
Man. They're overwhelming. Seriously, why are there so many?
Resistance is futile.
I won't ever forget your kindness.
There's still so many left. My God.
Let's make a scene!
With pleasure.
Holy moly.
Forged in the crucible of fame, I am the divine songstress.
You have strength enough to turn the tide back. Where does it come from? I'm all right.
Yeah, man, Mo's putting in the work.
Take a breather. The spotlight is mine. Take a breather. Yes.
Amazing, as I've come to expect from you.
Very well. To kill. Let us go.
Yes.
I think not.
Enter Manuela. I'm in your debt.
My turn?
About time!
This way!
So you need me?
We'll use this place as a launching point for our next assault. Thanks!
Enter Manuela.
Take this!
Okay. Just about done. Okay, the monk. Base cap.
Take a breather.
About time!
Not yet!
The spotlight is mine. I'm... Time for some punishment.
My turn?
Let's link up.
Watch my back.
We'll do it together. I've got you now.
Okay, here we go.
Capture the feisty ones. They're worth more alive. Let's see if...
I've got this.
the deal.
Actually, she used Shadow Step. Wait, where am I? Okay. I'm nowhere near him.
It's ours.
How lovely!
We did it!
That took entirely too long.
Check me out, Jenna.
Oh well, it all worked out.
To think I still have hidden talents.
So, what did you want to talk about, Hubert?
I thought we might discuss you, actually. You wish to know more about those eldritch powers of yours, yeah?
Ah, right. Edelgard said I might have a chance to get to the bottom of that. Kinda figured she'd forgotten since it's been 2 years now.
Pray accept my apology on her behalf. It has been more trying to find answers than we originally expected. With Lord Arundel lost to the winds, it has been a trial combing through what little evidence he left behind. And of course, we are undertaking all of this in the midst of painstaking preparations for war.
Lord Arundel is the guy who could shapeshift like Tomas, right? The one who escaped?
Correct. However, we have recently learned that he goes by another name. Tallis.
Did you figure out if my powers are the same as his? And what are my powers anyway? Not some kind of curse, I hope.
A fine question. I think it is safe to assume that you possess some form of magic. However, it is not the same ilk as the white and black magic we are familiar with. Yours is, shall we say, dark magic. Heathen craft that is structured differently from conventional spells. You are familiar with those who slither in the dark, yes? People like Tomas, Kranya, and Tallis. We believe they possess the same power as you.
It's tough to accept, but the similarities are too great for it to be anything else.
Still, what you think does not matter in the end, because my mind is already made up.
So, what? Are you gonna banish me someplace far away because I'm too dangerous? It's fine if you do. I'm used to being cut loose. That's just how life as a sellsword goes.
Do not be absurd. If we were done with you, we would kill you, not banish you. Fortunately, you are exceedingly talented, and Her Majesty trusts you
Wow,
implicitly.
Hubert just outright saying it. We kill people who are no longer useful to us. We don't let them go. That would be silly. We fire you by hanging you.
Thanks, I guess.
But now we have a more important question to answer. Namely, how you came by your powers.
I thought I heard someone talking in here.
We were just finishing up. Do you have business with our mercenary friend, Your Majesty?
I do. And I suspect it's related to what you were just talking about.
Then I will leave you to it. Pray excuse me.
You should see the look on your face. Did Hubert threaten you?
I like how she just knows
Don't
he
let it get
did.
to you. Yes, he's quite good at that kind
Just
of
his
thing.
normal
but it
thing. He
comes
threatens
from a
people
place of confidence.
casually.
I wish that was all that was bothering me.
I want to transform the world into a place where no one has to feel trapped by where they came from. When I am done, it won't matter where you were born, whose blood you have, or what powers course through you. Everyone will be treated as equals. That's what we're fighting for, and that is what this war is going to achieve. So believe me when I say this. I don't care who you are. I only care about what you have done and what you have yet to do.
Well, thanks, Edelgard. I feel a little better now.
That's still the funniest way, funniest deadpan of it. Like, oh yeah, we don't fire our employees. When we let them go, we throw them off a cliff, and sink them to the bottom of the river. It's normal behavior, right? Hubert's just so ruthless. It's almost charming. The way he smiled when he said it, that was the funniest part. He was just like, "Oh, of course we kill our ex-employees. It just goes without saying. We'd never do that, though. Unless you were no longer useful." Man, that's funny. Okay. Why are these places all locked? Must have the following classes. Armored Knight. Okay. I don't have any Armored Knights. Yet. Technically, Edelgard could be an Armored Knight, but she's an Armored Lord, so that won't work here. Okay. Better get back to the camp first. Oh, that was really funny, though. The way he just deadpan says it. No ambiguity, like, oh yeah, we're totally the bad guys. We don't fire people, we kill them. God. I really do feel like the villain in this particular story. The way they frame it like that. Oh, man. Good old Hubie. Never change, you vile bastard.
Time to work you into shape.
Okay, I need somebody to be an Armored Lord. But who? Who? Damn it, who? Oh, maybe Caspar. Or Armored Knight, rather. But yeah, I should just turn Caspar into an Armored Knight.
Yep, feels like...
Yep. Okay, we're good. There's Yuritsa. There we go. And Happy is a mage. I can't really use right now. Ah, too many mages. Petra the thief, Bernadetta's archer. I need somebody to be a fist guy. And health it. I'm gonna try to turn Happy into one. Nope, that's not gonna work. No specs in fighter. This is gonna work, is it? Okay. Okay, Edelgard's already there. She hasn't mastered hers yet, so I need to replace Yuritsa with someone. Anyone will do. Probably Happy. And successive training.
I must make them.
Who?
Them.
Okay, Windheart.
This power will.
Them.
I am a.
Mom? This should...
Can't let this pass.
Okay. Let's battle with training.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
You know what? I'm just gonna make her an Urban Knight. It's technically not a better class, but eh. I need Caspar to beat this guy.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
While I'm at it, strength ring. And battalion, infantry. Okay, what about Bernadetta? She has yet to master archery, so it's about time I put her in the field. But later. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. Just for about 10 minutes or so. I'll be back on in a minute.